Greetings, this is Hugh, Director of the Cooperative Borg and Borg Reclamation Project. I'm assembling a task force to take down the Etherians, and Command has put your name forward as their specialist on all things Borg. As you know, the Cooperative and its allies are currently trying to track down Tassine Faye. We think we've found her. Will you meet me at Deep Space Nine? I've called for a classified, high-priority meeting with the Alliance. Upon arrival, I recommend you have your first officer dock your ship so we can run some diagnostics on it at the station. We've been working on experimental methods of removing what we believe is Etherian starship sabotage. We can't risk any further malfunctions. I'll be counting on you and your ship today. There is always.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. I am filling in for President Okeg, whose presence was requested at Kittimer HQ instead. The other Alliance captains recruited for this mission have already received their briefs and will be heading out shortly. When you're ready, you may take a seat to attend the conference. Until then, feel free to strategize with your allies. I will be observing from the sidelines so I can draw up a mission report once you've returned. Ah, you're right. I should have clarified. Admiral Quinn has informed me that the priority mission is indeed scheduled to begin soon. However, your ship is taking longer to upgrade than expected. You see, we're running your systems through some de-sabotage diagnostics, highly experimental routines provided to us by the Cooperative. But we hope it'll do the trick. You will be able to join your allies on the front line as soon as it's ready for service.
You made it. I saw your ship docked at one of the pylons. Let me guess. Etherian sabotage, right? Well, if it's any consolation, I hear they're almost finished with the experimental diagnostics they're running. You'll be the first to test them out. With any luck, you'll be joining us soon for what will hopefully be my last tactical operation for quite some time. Admiral Quinn's put in a good word for me with some of his contacts. I'm hoping to go on some exploratory missions after this. You know, less shooting, more talking.
You're late, but I am pleased to see you here. The atmosphere is a little tense inside this conference room. Loris has informed us that the Dominion does not intend to partake in this mission. Their fleet is indisposed. In fact, a number of allied powers are no-shows today. Not a great start. I thought I was done with mad demigods for the foreseeable future, but it looks like we've got an Etherian cult leader on our hands. I don't know much about this Tassine Faye, but I've heard she's bad news. I better ready up the Lisette and check in with my crew.
Hoitcha! My patience wears thin, and my bat'leth calls for blood. What are we waiting for? The Klingon Empire restricts itself too much at the behest of others. All this ligament chewing is a waste of time. We should already be on our way to ambush the Etherians, strike first, and intercept their Devwet Kuvha. And yet the Alliance wishes to host another pointless conference. Count me out.
Please, have a seat.
Thank you all for coming. I know not all of our allies could make it today.
It's not the first time we host a high-priority conference at Deep Space Nine on the threats posed by the Borg. But this time, our mission feels a little more hopeful. Director?
The Cooperative and I called on the Alliance today to inform your captains that one of our nanoprobes has successfully tracked Etherian Concordium leader Tassine Fey to the Midas Array.
Tassine Fey believes she is on her way to seize control of the array and lay a trap for the Alliance. This time, we've come prepared.
We've been working on a strategy against the Etherians and have been tracking their trajectory for some time now.
Thanks to the Cooperative, the Midas Array has already been evacuated. Non-essential personnel have been transferred using cloaked Klingon vessels provided by Chancellor Laurel, and false life signs intended to lure the Etherians in have been planted aboard the array with Romulan technology lent to us by Proconsul Datan.
But that's not all. A team of Cooperative scientists and I have been developing an Etherian diffusion device that we're hoping to use on Tassine Fey. Our Priority 1 tactical initiative is to ambush her by the Midas Array in order to extract and interrogate her. My fleet is currently split up in an orbit of both the Lucari homeworld and the Jarrett system Dyson sphere to prevent incursions of any kind. Recent events suggest both the Lucari and Iconians are at risk. There's a high probability Tassine Fey will head to one of these locations next. As the Yasutake is stationed by the Dyson sphere, I'll be needing a ride to the Midas Array. Fortunately, the Admiral, Chancellor, and Proconsul have sent their best ships to assist us.
Are we really certain that Etherian technology is unable to detect a cloaked evacuation and false life signs?
Perhaps you should ask the Tal Shi'ar, Proconsul. Our latest mission reports indicate the Etherians were involved with them somehow.
Chancellor, you and I both know that I have no relation to the Tal Shi'ar or their nefarious activities. Besides, the data found aboard the Harmony was barely legible. It could have been fabricated for all we know.
Please, my friends, let's put our differences aside for the sake of the galaxy. We can discuss the details at a later date. Our current priority is to safely excise Tassine Fey and defuse her if possible.
And why is that exactly, Admiral?
Because we believe Tassine Fey is the Etherian Borg Queen.
And if we can get to her, we can get to her entire collective.
You are a worthy ally, Director. But are you really prepared to take on a 200,000-year-old Iconian Borg Queen?
I'm glad you asked. I've got an expert on all things Borg Queen aboard the Enterprise. Come see me when you're ready.
We will not stand by as the Etherians threaten to take over the galaxy or bow before tyrants, not ancient Iconians, changeling infiltrators, Terran emperors, or even Borg queens. Good luck today.
Do not fail me today. Most importantly, do not fail the Empire. The Etherians bring great dishonor to our galaxy. They lie, trick, deceive, and worst of all, steal from others. These smooth-headed Marhuipu do not even have the backbone to earn their spoils. I would sooner plunge my bat'leth straight into Tassine Fey's 6 eyes than coordinate an ambush. But there is merit to a well-prepared plan. Let us hope that today will be a good day to die.
As much as I'd like to see Starfleet return to a role of discovery, I'm afraid its phasers at the ready for now. Above all else, it's imperative the Alliance remains united. Stay safe out there.
Thanks for meeting me here. The captain should be arriving at the Midas Array any minute now. Here are the details of our mission. I've been working on a diffusion device for some time now together with the Yasutake's first officer, Commander Duff. In essence, we've modified Admiral Janeway's neurolytic pathogen to make it compatible with the Etherians. Instead of neural disruption, this device uses a retroviral agent to break genetic fusion and revert drones to their pre-fusion state. Here's the catch, though. We need someone to spread this virus for us. A liberated Borg is the ideal candidate, as they'd be able to tap into the Etherian subspace frequencies. That's right. Or the XB ally I've called in. If we target Tassine Faye, we should be able to sever the Etherians from their queen. Needless to say, it's risky, and could lead to widespread chaos within her collective. But even if we fail, as long as we capture her, we'd still be able to use her as a bargaining chip or interrogate her. We've only got one shot at this. This is a single-charge diffusion device, so we'll need to be quick and smart. Looks like I'm down a fleet today, so I'll be traveling with you, if you don't mind. I hear your ship is about ready.
Lieutenant Kagrash has informed me that your ship is ready for service. Good luck out there.
The Etherians must have seen us coming somehow. Proconsul Datan was right. Let's act quickly. We need to search the system and get a debrief from the Alliance captains. Long-range sensors suggest the Bortesque is critically damaged. Let's go.
This is Captain Corrin. The Bortesque has sustained plasma conduit ruptures across several decks.
Hold your position, Captain. We'll begin repairs with a low-frequency gamma weld.
Director, I see you do not back down from a challenge. Your assistance is appreciated.
Assistance we better redirect to the Lisette. Let's move.
This is the Lisette. Do you copy? We're being tailed by a drone ship.
Commander Jirok, this is Director Hugh. Copy that. We're on it. Nicely done. My compliments to your tactical officer.
You're a welcome sight. It seemed your delayed arrival is now turning out to be vital to the success of our mission. Not a conclusion I would have been able to draw by relying on logic alone. Past the array. However, the exact position is unclear. The Etherians have severed the Lisette's comms link with the Enterprise. Full systems malfunction. Before we set off on our mission, Alliance vessels received a comprehensive security sweep at Deep Space Nine. Unfortunately, the sabotage went undetected, which is cause for concern. To my knowledge, the Etherians have never been aboard the Lisette. This means their plans are either being carried out remotely, or that sabotage technology was discreetly brought aboard. But they're here all right. We're still investigating, but if you'd like to witness the malfunctions yourself, you can head to the Midas Array. The Romulan Republic did not only plant false life signs, but a surveillance system. Approved by the Alliance, of course.
Thanks, Commander. Cause for concern indeed. We'll head to the array as we search for the Enterprise.
Captain Sean, this is Commander Jirok. The Midas Array has been tapped. My crew is standing by.
Copy that, Commander. Fortescue, this is the Enterprise reporting in. We are in position and ready to intercept the Harmony. Captain Corrin, do you copy?
Captain, I've received an emergency transmission from the Fortescue. Cloaking technology has been compromised. The Etherians could get a visual lock on Corrin's crew in moments if we do not act swiftly.
Damn. Well, still no sign of the Harmony. And the Fortescue is showing up on our sensors now. This is not good. Commander, could you get closer and provide a status report? The Enterprise has to maintain position.
Agreed. The Lisette is temporarily abandoning position. Helm, set a course for the Fortescue, but keep a distance.
Enterprise Lisette. This is Captain Corrin. Fortescue. Comms have disrupted. The spineless enemy has...
Captain Corrin, do you copy? There's no response. Enterprise, the Lisette needs to get closer in order to scan the Fortescue, or beam down if necessary. Wait. Enterprise, the Lisette systems are shutting down. Something is overriding our cloaking technology. Captain Sean, do you copy? Sean? Vakel?
It looks like the Alliance ships were sabotaged, but at different times. As if Tassine Faye had planned to incapacitate the captains in battle. But something went wrong. Why not trigger the malfunctions in one go? Get everyone at the same time? And why the Fortescue first? It all feels a little erratic. I wonder if our ambush took her by surprise after all. We need to reach the Enterprise and get to the bottom of this.
Look who showed up to the party. Just in time to watch my ship get towed into oblivion. Poetic.
Glad you're in such good spirits, Captain, but it's not time for goodbyes yet.
Tassim Faye's on that ship. Don't let it escape. I bet she's already powering up a reality vortex.
On it. Disable the Harmony's ETS-created quantum phase generators. The Harmony's weapon systems are down. Now's our chance to disable that tractor beam. That's it. Harmony has been disabled.
You just prevented my ship from getting booked on a terrifying interdimensional flight. The offer of a one-way ticket to the Etherian homeworld isn't entirely uncompelling, but it's the complementary side of assimilation I take issue with. I'd love to stay and chat about how grateful I am, but we've got an Etherian boarding party on our hands down here. What's more, Commander Kiona has just notified me that Tassim Faye's decided to join her little friends aboard the Enterprise. A hell of a situation we've got on our hands, but perhaps this is a blessing in disguise.
You're right. My colleague is already aboard the Enterprise waiting for our arrival. Hopefully this gives us an advantage.
You just prevented my ship from getting booked on a terrifying interdimensional flight. The offer of a one-way ticket to the Etherian homeworld isn't entirely uncompelling, but it's the complementary side of assimilation I take issue with. I'd love to stay and chat about how grateful I am, but we've got an Etherian boarding party on our hands down here. What's more, Commander Kiona has just notified me that Tassim Faye's decided to join her little friends aboard the Enterprise. A hell of a situation we've got on our hands, but perhaps this is a blessing in disguise.
You're right. My colleague is already aboard the Enterprise waiting for our arrival. Hopefully this gives us an advantage. Ready to beam down on your command.
Welcome aboard the Enterprise. Here's the plan. We need to secure the ship. There's no use capturing Tassim Faye if we're fused by one of her drones. We also play by Alliance rules, which means helping any survivors we come across if we're able to. Speaking of allies, my neural link received a ping from a subspace beacon originating from the ship's computer access room. That'll be my colleague. We'll need to team up with her to improve our odds. Remember, we need a liberated Borg to act as a conduit to defuse Tassim Faye. Fellow liberated Borg, former unaffiliated vigilante to some, galactic hero to others, and as loyal as they come. She'll tell you the rest. Lead the way. Etherian drone up ahead.
Diplomacy is futile. Fusion is formidable.
The doors ahead are locked. We need to find a way to bypass security protocols. Didn't know you were a force field specialist.
Fusion is the only final frontier. It is clear now.
Final frontier?
Why explore the galaxy when your mind can become one with the all-knowing ether?
I'm glad I'm not fighting these drones alone. There's something odd about the way they say their axioms. Sounds a bit familiar. The security room. I bet we can bypass lockdown protocols from inside. Look out for anything that might be useful. We need to disable security parameters to open the doors to the computer access room. I'll cover you. Nicely done. Let's return to the computer access room.
Your collective was imperfect. Join us so you may finally ascend.
The only thing ascending in here is my frustration with you.
Fuse, and you shall know perfection. 7 of 9. Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
How about you fuse with my right hook? Thanks, but I've got it. What took you so long? Got any tips on how to take these suckers out?
I do, actually. Shut down the transporters and compromise the reactor core.
Oh, perfect. I'll keep it in mind. Well, would you look at that? I was wondering who the classified contact Hugh's been speaking so highly of was. It's been a while, but I'm glad it's you. I take it you're familiar with the plan? That's right. The director here also shared some tactical information with me from his time aboard the Harmony. With any luck, our game of Catch the Queen should go a little better than your last run-in with the Etherians. High risk, high reward, I won't deny it. But our odds are good. This extraction is now happening on Alliance territory. And we've got 2 liberated Borg candidates who can act as defusion conduits.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Sean. Tassine Fey is on the bridge.
This is our chance. Lead the way, Seven.
We can access the bridge from main engineering. Follow me. So, Director, how confident are we feeling about this defusion device?
I'd say about 75%, give or take.
Reversing emitter node polarity, destabilizing force field integrity. Let's go.
Through fusion, we are
Step away from it.
She's escaping. Transport trajectory confirms she's heading to the Lisette.
Raquel Shawn, you no longer need to bear the burden of being a sole survivor. We can become one.
What on... Are you talking about my family? How the hell do you know about that?
Don't get distracted, Captain. They're messing with you.
Director, 7. I can't thank you enough. That was a close call. Once this mission is over, I'll be heading back to Deep Space Nine for repairs and repose. That's if any of us make it out alive.
Enterprise, this is Commander Jirok. It's good to see you're all in one piece. Our comms are up and running again, but internal systems have been sabotaged by the Etherians, including our Singularity Core. Requesting immediate assistance.
We can't let that Singularity Core destabilize. Its collapse could cause a chain reaction across this region of space. Our team will head to the Lisette. Captain Sean, your crew needs you here. Let's keep in touch.
I'm contacting you from the bridge. The Etherians have sabotaged the Lisette's internal systems. We've managed to repel boarders, but they've blocked off our path to the Singularity Core. They're plotting something. Many, unfortunately. To add to that, most of the ship's doors, consoles, and turbo lifts are malfunctioning. We used some of our last power reserves to beam you aboard our Singularity core deck. I'll have to guide you remotely. Your team will need to reroute our emergency power supply to conduct repairs and access our Singularity core. As you can see, environmental systems are offline and visibility is limited. Sending over command-level clearance codes. You'll need them to move on freely. There are repairs to conduct beyond those doors, but you'll need to pick a path. Our power supply is too low to open both at the same time.
This is a security override console. Let's reroute the power supply and open up the doors. The Lisette looks worse for wear.
The ship has seen better days, no doubt about that. These consoles power life support and airlocks, but the isolinear chips are misaligned.
Power is being diverted from their systems.
All right, one more to go. It worked. All right, I'm only detecting one affected area left. Let's go. Looks like you unlocked a security log.
This is Lieutenant Zhu Terrell, Tactical Division. I am still unable to locate Sub-Commander Zionel, despite my best efforts. The Etherians swarmed the Lisette, ignoring most of the damage dealt by my disruptors. They locked us out and overrode all of the ship's systems, despite leaving many wounded in her wake. This Ta-Si Fei seemed uninterested in exchanging phaser fire with us, heading straight for the core instead. Lieutenant Salon's security report indicates the Etherian's life sign was last detected in the Singularity core room. As I am unable to access it from this deck, I will reluctantly transfer our medical unit instead, and guard the survivors until I receive new orders from my commander.
Can't think of a good reason why a Borg queen would do that. It's also a little odd to be putting herself on the line like that, don't you think? And again, these Etherians are Iconian Borg. Maybe their motivations are harder to determine than your average collective. Great. Repairs are done, Singularity Room aside. Let's head back to damage control.
Thanks to your efforts, power has been restored to this deck. The Singularity Core is now accessible. Stand by to receive the room's access codes. Hold. I'm receiving a transmission from the Bortisque.
Alliance Task Force, this is Captain Corrin. I have a visual on the Etherian pit. Tassine Faye and her followers have boarded the Bortisque. Her treacherous drones are not holding back. This is a fight worthy of a Klingon. If you are brave, you will join us in battle.
Hold that thought. Logistics are up and running again. Our intel indicates that the Singularity Core has been tampered with. If it collapses, it's game over. For everyone.
Agreed. It's the only option. What's the play?
Glad you offered. I was thinking the same thing. With Commander Jirok's guidance, one person should be enough to repair the Singularity Core. But don't take too long, you're gonna miss all the fun.
I'll guide you through the Singularity Core repairs. First off, equip an EV suit.
Captain Corrin, this is 7. 2 to beam over.
The Etherians fried some of our gravity generators. Really changes your perspective.
Jirok, this is Sean. I'm getting reports of Borg incursions close to the Juret Dyson sphere.
Focus on collecting data from nearby consoles. Sean, I'll contact command. Scans show the sabotage device you removed was sending a signal to the Harmony. Another device removed. This one was emitting a destabilizing resonance pulse. Logistics point to a final anomaly past the core. You'll need to power it down. Beautiful, isn't it? The Singularity Core. Controlled chaos. Unmatched potential. Don't let that fool you, though. If the containment field fails, we'll begin to demolecularize. Initial scans registered a single anomaly. Turns out we're dealing with the trifecta. Plasma conduits have been repaired. 2 more points to go. Sending you the coordinates. Subspace anchors have been stabilized. Sending over the final coordinates.
This is 7. How's it going? We could use your help on the Bortisque.
Quantum diagnostics are back online. Now that core stability has been restored, I'll reroute main power back to all systems, turn the core back on, and head down to your deck. Thank you for your assistance. I'll take over from here, patching you through to the Bortisque.
While my warriors have been crushing Etherian enemies through fire and flame, you have been floating around on the Lisette, tinkering with broken technology. Enough! Now is your chance to die with honor, and put your Darshekme where your mouth is. I have a lock on your coordinates. Transport in 3, 2, 1!